Welcome back to Prime Time. I'm here with renowned nutrition expert David Sandoval, who's back to talk about why the microwave might be your worst nightmare. And obviously, you've got a sledgehammer. David, welcome back to Prime Time. What are you going to do with this microwave? And why is it our worst nightmare?
Well, maybe a little...
Don't do that! Look,
I thought you wanted your kitchen remodeled.
You know what? Listen, that's not my microwave, by the way, but I want to know why you want to do that first. Tell us why the common microwave is not good for our health.
Well, okay, there are some misperceptions about microwaves, and so I want to let people know that modern microwaves, a brand new microwave, is pretty darn safe. They've done a lot of testing. But what happens when that microwave gets to be a few years old? That's when the danger comes in, because then the radiation begins to escape. Now, it's okay if, let's say, you're standing a few feet away, but what do kids do? They put in their popcorn and they sit there with their face looking through it like it's a TV. And that's what you really have to be worried about. So radiation is sort of one of the things that we need to be concerned about with microwaves. Again, the older ones especially.
Well, how old? Are you talking 10 years, 5 years?
I would say any microwave, no, not really. Any microwave over 5 years would be suspect. I would literally get rid of it. But I wouldn't even buy one to begin with for other reasons.
Well, then tell us those other reasons. Okay, besides the radiation factor, which I've always known about the radiation factor. And my kids, when they're little, they want to touch the buttons, if you're warming stuff up, and I make sure they're not around anywhere around the area.
But you are,
but I also heat up in glass, and I also use like wet paper towels instead of cellophane, anything plastic, so there's no BPAs, right?
You're so cute. You always make sure that I don't have anything to criticize you about.
No, but my microwave is 10 years old. I mean, so then there's probably emitting more radiation.
Probably time to replace it, yeah.
And it's by the granite that probably emits radon as well, right? Well, that's a whole nother segment. Okay, tell us what happens to our food, because the viewers don't know, they don't get it. Like here we have a piece of bread, we have cellophane, we have plastic and styrofoam. Tell us what happens.
Okay, imagine you want to heat up your cup of coffee,
yep,
and you put it in this cup. All of these chemicals that are in this plastic are going to migrate into your coffee, and you're going to be drinking basically a chemically laden coffee.
Yeah.
The same thing happens if you take this saran wrap and you put it on this plastic plate and you put something in here to warm it up. Again, the migration of plastics, which lead to cancer and all types of other problems.
Because they stay in your body, folks. They don't leave your body. They permeate your cell membranes. And have you ever microwaved styrofoam where all of a sudden it's got a hole in it, it's brown, and there's a hole, because it's melted so much there's a hole? Or the same thing with plastics, where it gets, like crispy hard. That's bad news, buddy.
Now, here's the news that the microwave industry is going to be really happy about.
What?
Nutrients are no more reduced in a microwave than they are on a stove. In fact, they might be less destroyed. Cooking in a traditional oven might kill more nutrients than a microwave, but just a little bit.
Well, that's a pro.
That's a pro.
Okay.
So let's give them their kudos on that. But now let's talk about this little piece of bread. Okay. You have the starches in here. You put it in the microwave.
Take it out.
Okay, take it out. You're going to warm this up, and look how soft it is. Now you're going to warm it up in the microwave, and I don't use microwaves, so somebody help me. Are you supposed to?
This is open.
Oh, okay. There that was easy. Okay, now let's cook it for, let's just say 20 seconds.
Okay, you want me to help you?
Yeah, please.
Is it plugged in? Here we go.
It's making noise.
20 minutes isn't
I'm
very
backing
long.
like 10 feet away from this thing. And
we don't want the radar.
So now this is going to be nice and warm when it comes out, but if you let it sit, and we're going to let it sit, and at the end
only
it'll
20
be so
seconds,
hard.
though? That's not very long.
It'll be so hard that we'll need this sledgehammer to break that piece of bread. And that's happened to all of us, where we put something in the oven or in the toaster, in the microwave. Super soft and flexible and warm.
Yep,
now let's just set it here and wait a little bit. Okay, so imagine that you take 2 cups of water, you boil water on the stove, you boil water in the microwave. Let them both cool down, put them into these vases, pretend they're vases, beautiful vases.
Okay, we're pretending.
Put our imaginary flowers in there.
Okay.
And a day later, the flour that was relying upon the microwaved water will actually be significantly dead.
Why though?
Because for some reason, the molecular structure of the water will be changed, and that's what I'm concerned about. Let's take fats. Let's say that you had some fat on top of this, let's say butter or something else. That fat will actually become a trans fat because of the way the molecules are hyperexcited. They heat up and it changes that molecular structure. It becomes a poison.
Yeah. And tell us what that does, because the viewers need to break it down. It becomes a poison, and then what does it do to our body once we, digest it?
We know about hydrogenated oils.
Not everybody knows.
Okay, hydrogenated oils.
Not everybody's David.
Hydrogenated oils are when they took a fat that wasn't very stable and they added hydrogen to it so that oxygen wouldn't be able to make it go bad. When they added hydrogen where oxygen went, it would be stable forever, including after you ate it, in your body, would not digest, deposits back here, and under here, and all the friendly places that you love to store your excess fat. So hydrogenated oils are also trans fats, meaning they could be deposited in your body and lead to disease like cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. So you don't want to turn an otherwise healthy fat. Let's say you cook salmon in this microwave, you're going, I'm getting all that great fat that's good for you, but after the microwave, it may not be.
Yeah, not good. But when you cook it in the oven, it does the same thing, right? The fats, what's the difference?
Well, the difference is that when you heat fats from the outside, like the oven does, that's just like the sun or anything else. It does warm them, it does heat them, but it doesn't hyper activate the molecules that rub together real fast from the inside out. And that changing of the molecular structure, again, is what concerns me about the microwave. You know that microwaves are what your cell phone uses.
Right.
And if you hold your cell phone next to your head too long, you know that you could actually potentially get a brain tumor. Yeah. Microwaves aren't to be played with. And so I think that this is such a convenience, but if you look at other ways of warming food today, there are better ways. Now let's look at protein. Protein, when you cook it in a microwave, if you've ever cooked a piece of meat in a microwave, again, and then let it sit, it'll be so tough you can't even bite into it.
Is it because, I've always thought because it just sucks out all the moisture.
No.
Just like the breads or anything else, it just sucks everything out.
As you can see, this was moist, and now the outside is starting to harden up. Yeah. It's starting to get crispy.
I mean, bread would harden up naturally in air, but it's faster when it's the point about the microwave is that a lot of things we do today, we don't have enough information. And so I just want to tell you that proteins, when they get destroyed by heat, fat, when it gets mixed with plastic in the microwave, all of these things are potential hazards. And as a mother, I'm a father, we have to look at not only our own health, but the health of our children. Yeah. I'm just saying there's a better way. So what I recommend— What is the better way? We're working parents, so many households, you have, both parents working, or you're a single mom or a single dad, like us. What is the better way to heat up food?
It seems boring, but you take an old iron skillet, you put some heat under it, and your leftovers are warm up so quickly. You could get the new type of thing, which is an infrared oven, which is the exact opposite. Brand new technology and really old technology. Either one of them is better than this technology.
And the cast iron skillet, you're getting iron through contamination, which is the best way to absorb iron.
Anemia for women will not be around. I tell all of the girls who I advise, get an iron skillet and you start using it around your menstrual cycle, and you'll avoid the anemia that typically comes with that time of the month. And so what I would like to do is encourage everybody to take their microwave to modify it in a certain way to make it better for the family. Can I show you the modification I have in mind?
Show me the modification.
Okay, we're going to need our goggles, though, I'm afraid.
Do we have goggles?
We do have goggles. We have a set for each of us.
Where?
And they're hiding somewhere. I think they're right over there. If we could get somebody to grab those. And I'm just going to put this in a little better position for
We can't. Wait.
One little whack.
One little
whack.
Well, okay, love tap.
A love tap.
Okay, wait.
Love tap goggles. Were you at Burning Man? I think I saw you at Burning Man.
I was at Burning Man. No, I wasn't. I have kids. I don't get to do stuff like that. I gave up. Unplug it!
We will unplug it.
Oh my gosh, good thing this is a 2-hour show. All Are we
Okay.
really gonna do that to them? I mean,
Are
somebody
you gonna
could
help
use
me?
that. No. Okay.
Okay, are we ready?
Go.
This is what we should all do to our microwaves.
To modify. Okay, that's good. That's good.
I think it's gonna work a lot better now.
Stay out there. Stay out there.
You take a whack.
No.
Come on, one little whack. You could do it.
No.
For mothers everywhere.
Okay.
Here it goes. Yes.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
Perfect.
We're back.
A victory.